Hey guys, I just read this article about this new type of computing that we might have in the near future called quantum computing. And I decided to do this video about where technology might be because I got thinking like this new type of computing plus now we have Blu-ray and all this crazy stuff. So I decided to make this video about the future of technology. So I'm going to start way back when in 2001. What kind of technology did we have then? Well, first off, there was no Wi-Fi. It was just dial-up, which I remember that was the most retarded thing ever. Dial-up, which I believe had a maximum of 1.5 megabits a second transfer, upload, download rate, whatever. Yeah, it was like really bad compared to what we have now. Um, Also in 2001, Wikipedia came out live in like January. Ouch. And Google, I believe, came out in 1998 or 1999, so it was still new. And um, the iPod, I believe, came out in 2001. iPods, which like completely revolutionized all that good stuff. The PlayStation 2 came out in the year 2000, which I'm a big PlayStation fan. If you haven't read my other, or if you haven't seen my other video, I'm a big PlayStation fan. So PlayStation 2 came out in the year 2000. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and then I heard that, well, I didn't hear Moore's Law or whatever it's called. Computers double, the technology doubles every 2 years. I think that applies to the amount of memory. I think it's been what it's doing. So if it doubles every 2 years, then if you backtrack, it would half every 2 years if you go backwards. So that means in 2001, the average computer had about 20 gigabytes of memory on it, which is nothing compared to now. Blu-ray discs can store hundreds, 100 gigabytes. So that's where we've come in 10 years. We've developed DVDs. DVDs also came out in like 1999, around there, the same time as Google is when DVDs came out, and they were able to store, 5 gigabytes of memory, and that was so awesome because everybody needed that space. And so over the course of the 10 years, we've developed more stuff. We got Wi-Fi in 2007. The PlayStation 3 came out in 2006. We got, what else? iPod Touch came out in 2007, the first generation. Touch screen we've developed. 10 years ago, touchscreen was just a crazy vision, like landing on the moon. Just crazy touchscreen. Who would need that? Who would want that? Look at where we are now. And now in 2011, we have all this crazy stuff. Computers have like 600 gigabytes of memory on them, 1 terabyte if you want a more expensive computer. And look at Wikipedia, Google with its cloud computing and how crazy. It's the #1 company. Well, it used to be #1, it's not anymore. We have iPod Touch is in the 4th generation, coming up on the 5th generation. We have Blu-ray at 100 gigabytes, 128 or something around that. And Wi-Fi is like super fast now. So, and now we have the PS3, which when it first came out was like its own supercomputer. So, and I believe now we have, in 2011, I said the average computer has like 600 gigabytes. Sorry, that was my stepbrother. It was awkward talking to a camera while he's there. So anyways, now that he's gone, the average computer has like 600 gigabytes around there. And I believe Wi-Fi, like the average Wi-Fi that the normal person has, can do about 54 megabits a second, whereas before it was, back with dial-up, it was 1.5. So we're like, what is that, 30 times more powerful in 10 years? So that's pretty crazy. And so 10 years from now, where do you think we're going to be? The year would be 2021. Let's see, I'm 18 right now, so I would be 28. It's going to be crazy. Is Google still going to be here? It lost its first place thing. I think now it's in like 3rd place for the world's, top companies. Is it still going to be around? Will somebody buy it out, or will it own the world? Or You know, same with Wikipedia. And what about the iPod? You know, 10 years from now, is it going to be in like the 10th generation or the 13th generation iPod? You know, are they just going to keep adding generations to it? Blu-ray. You know, how much memory can Blu-ray fit on it in 10 years? um, you know, or I heard about this new disc format called HVD. It's holographic versatile disc, and it has the potential to store 6 terabytes of memory on it. That'll be awesome for playing video games. Right now they have one that's 500 gigabytes already, but it's just too expensive to release into the market, so they're waiting to get the cost down. And Wi-Fi, how fast is Wi-Fi going to be, you know, for a regular person? I mean, we have Wi-Fi now that's like gigabits transfer rates and stuff, but the average is for a regular person, I think, is 54 megabits. So in 10 years, what's going to be the average? We're probably going to have like 10 gigabits for the average person, and we're probably going to have like huge Wi-Fi centers that are able to do terabits every second, you know? And Sony has kept on its 6-year thingy. The original PlayStation came out in 1994 in Japan. And then the PlayStation 2 came out 6 years later in 2000, and then the PlayStation 3 came out 6 years later in 2006. So you would think that the PS4 is going to come out in 2012, and the PS5 would come out in 2018. So by 2021, we would have the PS5, and it would have been out for 3 years already. And who knows how crazy the graphics are. And the memory, my laptop that I'm using right now has 320 gigabytes of memory, and that was 2009. I bought it in 2009. So 2 years later, 2011 now, the average memory is twice as much, 640 gigabytes. So if you keep doubling it every 2 years like you're supposed to, like it's been doing, then in 2021, computers are going to have 20 terabytes of memory on them for just a regular computer. I mean, some more expensive ones might have 30 terabytes, you know, 25. Some less expensive ones will have 10, but the average will be 20 terabytes. So just post a comment about where you think we're going to be in 10 years. Oh, back to quantum computing. I totally forgot about that topic. So quantum computing is just, it's going to be insane if it works, if we get to it fast enough. I guess I don't think I have enough time. I don't know how long this freaking video has been going. I don't have a timer. But I will make another video. I might post a link somewhere around here on the screen to get to my video that will explain quantum computing to the extent that I know it. You know, I'm not really an expert on it, so I'm not going to explain it like an expert would. But if the link is there, click it. If not, then I probably have it on the description or something. Okay, post a comment about where you think we're going to be in 10 years.